welcome back to the channel again. We're going to be doing another review, a medical bag review. This bag is from Lightning X. It's a pretty good bag, and it currently, let's see how much it goes for just the bag, because I actually put in my own gear into it, but I followed the what's it called? I followed their checklist on what to put in it. The bag itself goes for like $40, and it's the first responder version. Now, if you know a little bit more than just basic first aid CPR, then I definitely say to get this kit. I mean, I put all the stuff in it myself. I went through the same checklist. I just put my own gear in it. I definitely recommend this for first responder trained individuals. I mean, if you're a CNA, maybe. I mean, if you know how to take a blood pressure and do pulse oximetry and stuff like that, then yeah, I'd say this would be a perfect bag for you. It's got the Star of Life on it.
It even has little reflectors for nighttime if you can't see.
Yeah, it's got reflectors. It's got a shoulder carrying strap with padded. And we're going to go through the side pouch first. Sorry, I'm going to fix that down a little bit. Okay. So we're going to go through the side pouch first. This pouch, I have a nasal airway kit, ammonia inhalants.
For if you're knocked out.
Yeah, if somebody's passed out. A CPR mask. Right here. Very important to have that in your airway compartment. This is my airway compartment, by the way, if you can't tell. So anything that you would need for airway, you know, I just put it in that little zipper pocket. On the other side, it's just going to be your basic diagnostics. One BP cuff or sphygmomanometer. One basic stethoscope. And a forehead thermometer.
Oh yeah, and by the way, using this stuff is actually really, really easy and basic if you have someone that's trained to do it. And I've actually learned how to use a blood pressure thing, thermometer, and a what else?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to have a thermometer. That's a vital sign, along with blood pressure, and a little push button.
Yeah, I know how to use
fingertip pulse ox.
Yeah.
Which pulse rate is 109, a little tacky. 98% oxygen. So yeah, hers is probably perfect. I need your thumb. Because she has small baby fingers. I need to use her thumb. Yep. Here we go. '83 pulse rate and 97 SpO2.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's what I carry in this side pocket, just to get some quick vital signs. Like I said, if you know how to use this stuff, terrific. If you're a first responder, And in the main compartment is the guts of it. It's where it's going to have all the main stuff. On the top lid here, I have a OPA set from neonate to child, small adult, adult, large adult. I also have some glucose gel for someone who is diabetic. Now, one thing you see missing from this, which I'm putting into it, is a blood glucose glucometer. In this main compartment here, you will find a sterile trauma dressing and a burn sheet. So you got trauma dressing and burn sheet, the large bulky items, and the lid, which fit in there perfectly. And in here I've got 2 cold packs, a survival wrap, a SAM splint, some wound wash, saline wound wash, and that's what's in that compartment right there. Like I said, I copied their list. So we got 2 ace bandages, about 10 pairs of gloves, 2 triangular bandages for soft tissue injuries.
Can also be used for like a broken arm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. Also, here's the bandaging supplies. We got 2 Dyna stoppers, 3 sets of rolled gauze, 2 rolls of tape, some 3x3s, 20 of each, of 4x4s and 20 3x3s, and about 4 5x9s.
And keep in mind, guys, it's very, very, very important to always make sure that you do a 3-month check on all your stuff to make sure it hasn't expired, broken, or just not useful anymore.
And your tape, you want to make sure you've got transport tape and latex free. Always make sure, I mean, if you're authorized to give it, chewable aspirins in case someone's got chest pain. Butterfly closures. This is in the front pocket, by the way. Some alcohol prep pads. Some burn allocaine pads for burn relief. Cleaning pads. Eye pads. Band-aids, which you can see right here. Triple antibiotic ointment. A pen light. Tweezers, bandage scissors, hemostats, EMT shears, and put this stuff back. And you really want to get to know your medical bag, get to know where everything's at, because in case of an emergency, you don't want to be fumbling through stuff. You want to know it like the back of your hand.
And definitely keep it organized, like keep all your bandages together in one space, all your diagnostics in another, airways in another section.
Vaseline gauze for penetrating chest wounds. Curlex couple curl X's in the front. And that is about it for this bag. That's all I carry in this. This is mainly a first responder bag. I mean, it's not like an EMT bag, but I mean, if you're an EMT, if you're on a fire truck, I could see them carrying something like this just to offer some sort of aid at a car accident, maybe to do some bleeding control, minor airway management. Just what's in here is just going to help you until an ambulance arrives. You know, this is just like your basic, everyday EMS bag. Also, new EMTs, like, this is what I got for my first EMT bag. It was just like this one. I mean, it was just the same as this one.
Except it was blue, I think.
No, it was orange. It just had like a blue Star of Life here. But this would be perfect for a new EMT. It's not too heavy. Yeah. Perfect to put in the back of your car. Which I'm going to show you that one too. The kind that I carry in the back of my car is a little bit different than that. What I carry is it's called, it's made by Thomas EMS out in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the kind of bag that I carry in my car. And for it being such a small bag, it's got a lot of room in it. And it carries a lot of gear. Yeah. And that's going to be one of our next videos, actually. We're going to go over that. But if you want to buy this bag and you want to buy it online, it goes for about $120. If you buy it with all the stuff that I showed you, well, it's got some extras in it. So plan on spending about, with like a thermometer and extras like the pulse ox, plan on spending an extra $35 to $50 if you want to add that stuff to it.
And definitely stock it yourself. Like, just take out everything and just organize it yourself. Because the way they set up bags is, you know, it's very inconvenient and hard to find. But if you do it yourself, you'll know where everything is, and it'll be a whole lot better for you in an emergency situation than if you just, you know, go by, you know, what they did in their bag.
Yeah, it's like when you first get an EMS bag, depending on where you get it from, like from Galls, I know they're really bad about putting everything in baggies and just shoving it in the bag. Like, you literally have to take everything out of a bag and place it where it's supposed to go. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting to know your bag and getting to know where everything is in it. I've seen a lot of EMTs in the past, especially new EMTs. I've seen them on mostly fire departments. Private EMS, you don't really see that many first in bags. I don't think they believe in it. And they should, because even if you get someone who is a dialysis patient, I mean, you might have to go into a dialysis. You may have to stop at a car accident, and you know, it'd be good to have a first in bag. Many private ambulances, which I won't go in and name, but many of them don't even believe in putting EMS bags on board their ambulances when, you know, it's going to take something bad happening before they actually take notice and spend the extra $200 or $300 and have gear that their EMTs need. I mean, they give the paramedics, you know, first in bags with their airway bags and their intubation stuff and CPAP stuff and their monitor. You know, why won't you give your EMTs, you know, first in bags at least? Because, I mean, they're not just glorified for, like, first aid men. I mean, people that drive around in those little wheelchair vans carry at least that at minimum, like a little first aid box or something. So I mean, that should at least be the minimum on a private ambulance. You know, some kind of a first aid bag with bandaging supplies, diagnostics, basic airway supplies. And I mean, that would be perfect for a new EMT to carry in your car if you stop for a car accident. You know, there's just enough in there to, you know, help maybe save somebody's life.
We can also, like, you know, at the end of this, like, EMS bag segment, we can take one of our, like, smaller bags and we can go through it and teach you how to organize it and where to put stuff. Like, just kind of suggest on how you should do it. You don't have to follow our basic rules, but we'll just like guide you on how to
and I mean, since I've been an EMT for 14 years, you can ask my wife. I've got an EMS bag for home use. I've got one for emergency use. I've got one in my car. I've got one for camping. I've got one for everything. You know, over the years, I've invested probably thousands of dollars in emergency medical gear. And I do that for a reason. I do that because, you know, not only am I really passionate about it, but it's that I'm also in the prepping survivalist, and that's part of the trade, is having gear that you might need in case of a crap hits the fan type scenario, where, you know, you may not be able to call 911, you may not have access to EMS, you may not even have access to a hospital. So you're going to have to be self-sufficient as far as being able to take care of an emergency. And I mean, with this bag, I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. I mean, it's easy to carry. It's easy to organize.
It's easy for a beginner EMT, you know, one that's just first starting and getting into prepping and everything. It's definitely a really nice bag. I can easily carry it.
Yeah, it's very, very light.
It's very reflective, so if you happen to be working a car accident in the middle of the night, you know.
Yeah, it's not like the last bag where she couldn't even pick it up. Yeah. You know, the big green Iron Duck series, you know. Yeah. That's my favorite one. You know, that's the one that I paid a lot of money for. And
hold it with one hand.
Yeah. It's mostly bandaging and just basic stuff. But the green one, you know, that's my favorite one. You know, that's my stocked one, and that's the one I invested the most money into. It's definitely, if you get into this, it's definitely an investment.
I'm not even an EMT. I'm not even an EMT, and I'm really passionate about bags too. Only
yeah, it's like she's. Yeah, like just showing her different ones and different designs. You know, it's neat. I mean, even to a layman, you know, it's something neat. I mean, ever since I was a kid, even, you know, I used to buy first aid stuff and bandages and stuff like that, and always wanted to help people. So, you know, I ended up being an EMT, and now I've just got bigger toys that are more expensive, pretty much. And I mean, a 1 out of 10, I'd say it's at least a 6, 7. You know, it's above average, and level of care, at least for a first responder maybe, or a CNA, as long as you know how to take vitals and you know basic first aid, CPR, you should be good with that bag.
I give it a 6 out of 10, just because, you know, it's small, it's durable, it's really nice. it fits a lot of basic stuff in there. You can get the most basic care out of it, definitely. It's easy to carry. I think it's also durable in all climates, like rain, snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give it about a 6.
It's easily cleanable too, if you get blood on it.
Yeah. I think it's machine washable. To be
Also,
honest.
if you want to, it's got a place in the back here, I forgot to show you, where you can put like a little piece of paper with your name on it, your rank, whatever, you know, if you want to make sure everybody knows it's yours. It's got a little place there you can put a little card with your name in it.
Yeah.
So, other than that, you know, that's about it for this bag. And we'll be doing more bag reviews. So stay tuned.
Bye.
And God bless you all. And God bless America. Bye.
Bye.